Ladies and gentlemen, the Zomboids have arrived in the projects. Alright, so this is scary, okay? That's all you need to know. How are our supplies? We basically emptied ourselves out, didn't we, last time round? So let's have a look where we are here. We're in this house. We're going to be slowly making our way around, I guess, these buildings here for the time being. Yeah, I think we've basically checked in this place sufficiently. We are going to have to go pretty slow and carefully now as we try to just get a bit of an idea as to how the zombies are going to be acting. We've got one over here. Seems to be, well, meditating drowsily. Alright, first combat encounter. Let's rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so we just saw there's one more over here in this building. I'm not sure how we saw that. Are we still crouched? We are still crouched. Now, I don't know about going in this place. I guess maybe we could go in around the back. Oh, whoa, she's quick. Okay, there's a couple of them. They seem to have spotted me. He's quick, she's quick. Alright, this is going to be tough, isn't it? Okay, I don't seem to be able to fight them very efficiently currently. I mean, I could try to, like, bash them. But they seem to be pretty quick. Okay, that one's dead. Right, good, good, good. Okay, alright. So again, as I mentioned in the last episode, I can't really remember the settings that I've got on here, so, you know, we're kind of just figuring this out as we go. The main key, though, which is funny because I think I say this more than anything in all of the videos that I make on YouTube. I say this one statement more than anything. The key is to just simply try not to die, okay? Now, I do want to go in here, but I've also got to remember things like alarms, don't I? I remembered that after I'd walked in. Now, is there any way for me to, like, yes, no? Can I, like, discard my bag easily? Is there a key for that? I'm not sure if there is. Are we crouched? We are crouched. Alright, let's get this place secured a bit. Just for a minute. Oof. Okay. Alright, so I think actually we've got some things, haven't we? Padded jacket. Is that equipped? How does HUD down give me better bite defense? I'm not sure if it does or if I'm reading that wrong. Anyway, let's put that on. And I've made the writing a bit bigger for you to see. Anyway, we'll leave that on. Sneakers. Left is looking... Okay, yeah, so the left side is what we're looking at. So basically, if it's red, it's not as good as what we've got. I've got to try and remember that. some VHS media here. I don't really know. What am I looking for? I had an idea, didn't I? This gives me 18 capacity. We're thirsty and hungry a little bit again. I'm not going to worry about that every time it pops up. Now, water's not going to be a problem. You know, finding things to drink. But food, we haven't had a ton of luck with food. And we really, I guess, need to try to... what am I trying to say? We need to try to find a suitable tool for, you know, opening cans, such as a can opener. However, I think you can use a knife. I think it's, you know, doesn't have to be a can opener. Hairspray, tweezers. I mean, I've got a few lots of tweezers. While we're here, let's have a drink from the bath because, you know, there's a sink there, but there's a bath too. So a bath is like a giant bowl or a giant cup, isn't it? So you think about it logically, you probably get more water from drinking from a bath. It just makes sense. Let's grab that. And what else we got here? This one? Nothing. Oh. Okay, we got some peanut butter. Grab that. I would imagine peanut butter would make us thirsty, although I don't know if that's how it works in the game. I think it is. What are we going to do? Drink from the dryer? Well, that's just insane. Who would do that? Probably Lowell Layton or whatever his name is. Yeah, that's his name, isn't it? Lowell Layton. Alright. This game always puts me in a state of, like, minor anxiety. Because you just never know what's around the corner. In fact, you do. You know that it's zombies. You know that that's exactly what's around the corner. Alright, yeah, I did figure out the deal with this menu. However, I'm not going to do that right there. That would be silly. Let's go inside this house. Can I remember how to open windows, please? Oh god, if we set off a house alarm... You set off when you go inside, don't you? Oof. You know, there's just so many moments like that, isn't there? Potentials for anxiety. Nothing's actually even happening, but your brain knows that something could happen. After all, it is a zombie apocalypse simulation game, and so I would imagine that's probably quite accurate. Alright, let's get these curtains closed before we do anything else. So all of these houses here in this area seem to be like single story. So, you know, we don't have a ton. Can I not... Can I move this stuff? How do I... It's this one, isn't it? Excuse me. I've never done this before, so I think I'm not supposed to, like, carry things for too long, am I? Press tab to change mode. Place. Yes, just, I mean, actually just put it there near the front door. That would make sense. That would be smart thinking, wouldn't it? Because, you know, the door isn't really sealed. Now, how do I exit that mode? I just left click, right click. God, there's so many things to press. I'm panicking, and all I'm doing is walking around the house trying to close the windows. Alright, let's get this one closed as well. And then I suppose there's probably not another way out, is there? US Weekly Magazine. We are a little bit peckish. Nothing in there. As you can see, the loot is not fantastic. At the end of the day, it's not the best in the world. Now, this stuff here, I'm carrying. Okay, I've been putting a lot of stuff in my incorrect places, haven't I? I'm still carrying 7 ripped sheets. That's silly. I shouldn't be doing that, should I? This is all the stuff that we have equipped. Be nice if there was a way to, like, minimize this, you know, instead of having to have it all display. Maybe you could just click up here and have it, like, function in one, you know, like a drop-down sort of menu. But anyway, I'm just kind of getting a bit sidetracked here. We really need to be focusing on, I feel, food and water. So I've been watching a lot of Alone lately. I don't know if you've ever seen that. So we watch it on a TV, a series. It's similar to Netflix, but it's called Binge. It's an Australian thing, and yeah, it's obviously for binging massive TV shows. And Alone now is up to, I think it's Discovery Channel though. I think that's like the normal, you know, those are the people who made it. I'd rather go out the window, I think. And what was I going to say then about that? Yes, outside quick. All right, good job. Good job, Lyle. So, you can see quite quickly. Alright, actually, there's something I wanted to do. Let me just go back inside here quickly. I want to just mark off these buildings on the map so I don't forget. You can see very quickly in those shows, or in that show, that before long, people's thoughts and mind just become utterly obsessed with food. Because obviously, you know, they're starving to death slowly. They're out in this particular... Can I drag the map, or do I have to, like... How do I drag the map when I'm trying to... Oh, yeah, you can do it like that. You know, they're starving to death out in the wild, so it's understandable that that's the case. Whereas, you know, they get there early on and they're all... This is an amazing experience, and the place is beautiful, and I'm connecting with the land, and I'm building my shelter, and after three weeks, all they're talking about and all they're thinking about is food and their inability to get it, or, you know, you see these, well, this despair, this utter despair that they're at the end of their rope. It's like they're at the end of their life because they can't find food, and then they find food, or they catch a fish, or they trap an animal, or they catch a grouse, and all of a sudden the world loves them again, and life's perfect, and there's nothing wrong, and there's never anything wrong. And yeah, it's just an interesting... I mean, it's stale, but our boredom goes up, so we're not going to be having that. Right, yeah, so as you can see here, the food does deteriorate. So, I would imagine, and this is the reason I bring this up, I would imagine that at least for the longest time in the early days of the apocalypse, maybe, I guess it really depends on how supplied you are, you know, how much of a prepper you have been in this life. We'll take the sleeping tablets as well. I would imagine that you would similarly become quite deeply obsessed with food and water, because, you know, when that's gone, you're done for, essentially. So I would think that it would occupy, along with probably the zombies, and, you know, making sure you were defended and could defend yourself. Okay, we've got a recipe book here. Got a skill book, it's level 2. I'm just going to focus on level 1 books for now, I think. So it looks like whatever this creature is over here. Now this alarm clock. Let's grab that, because I know they have a use, don't they, to wake you up at a certain time in the day. If you want to be woken up at a certain time. So yeah, I would say, you know, you'd become quite obsessed with food. What have we got here? Am I on the right one? Yeah, just go with that. And then obviously, once you are secure in your supplies, well, what do you think you would do? What do you think you would do? You know, you're in the zombie apocalypse. We've all seen The Walking Dead. Do you settle? Do you try to like establish yourself in some sort of farmstead, or slightly, no, not slightly, some sort of, you know, secure location miles away from civilization and grow your own crops? Right, what I'm trying to do right now is open up my inventory and eat a whole box of cereal. That makes sense. Oops, wrong key. Just trying to speed that up a little bit. We are full to bursting. And let's go and get a drink. I feel like I'm getting really thirsty really quickly. Because I just had a drink from the bathtub 5 minutes ago, you know? Now, I don't know if going inside this room is such a good idea. Right, I heard the noise, the cracking noise again. I just want to see, does that mean now this window is barred? Because he doesn't actually seem to want to open it like he was. Oh, okay, there's multiple zombies in that house. I think we might avoid that house for the time being. Now, I also know that a big priority in this game is like carpentry, isn't it? So, do I have like the letter Z somewhere? No, not that. This. I'm just going to put that there for the time being. I know that I can delete them at some stage. What the hell was that noise? It sounded like it was right next to me. I suppose it could have been inside there. Is there a window on there? Sounds like a zombie's rubbing up against a window. So the zombie population is going to grow as well, ladies and gentlemen. So what we are experiencing now is just a fraction of the calamity and the chaos and the curiosity that we do have in store for us. So yeah, let me know down below, what would be your... What do you think you would do? Alright, here's the scenario. You're hearing it on the radio. Here's what I want to know, right? You just heard it on the radio. There's been an outbreak, and it's the big one. It's like what we've all seen in the movies. The zombies are rising from the graves, and it's happening. And, you know, these creatures have risen up from the earth, out of dead, you know, corpses. And they're biting people, scratching people. And if, you know, the people who get scratched or bitten, if infected, I think this lighter could be useful. I don't know, but I'll take it. If, you know, if they get bitten or scratched and infected, then Zombieland, you know, Zombieland conquest. So, what are you doing right now? You've just heard it. What's your first move? And then what I want to know is, all right, let's say that works for you. Once I know what your first move is, and once you know what your first move is, let's say it works out for you. Where do you envision yourself? How do you envision your experience of the apocalypse going? Like I say, are you heading to the countryside? Are you going to see family? Are you heading to the coastline? What are you doing? Are you trying to get to an island somewhere? What's the plan, man? Or woman? Alright, so let me know. What's the deal? What are you up to? Now, I don't know if there's going to be much in that school. I imagine there's probably more than I fully realised. I was really there just looking for a backpack at the time. Do we move at the same pace when we're sneaking? I feel like it's not much different, is it? It's not much slower to sneak. It's a little bit slower, but not much. Okay, let's try this window here. Easy. Why do I feel like this house is going to have an alarm? I think I just feel like every house is going to have an alarm. Because I'm scared. Your brain does that, doesn't it? When you're like scared of something, it kind of imagines the worst. Always imagines the worst case scenario. Just trying to be a little bit organized in my menus. Okay, we're fine. Don't panic. See, you don't need to panic. Life's fine. Even in the zombie apocalypse, it's okay sometimes, you know? Alright, anyway, I'm starting to feel like I'm getting a little bit more fluid again in the whole, you know, game now, moving through the menus and things like that. Now, equip as a primary or secondary item to operate the radio. I don't know what this does. Does it have... It must have some sort of function, mustn't it? Why does a garbage bag give us 20? It's as big as a cat. So we've actually got a small backpack here. We don't have a very significant backpack, do we? Okay, what I might do then is take... Oi! What did I do? Oh, no, not that. I meant to click on this one. Is take all of the food... What am I playing at here? Why does he keep doing that? I'm just clicking them. I was just saying how well I am. Oh, because I'm clicking... I see. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. So you don't click on this side because you have this stuff here. Oh, God, these menus are kind of annoying me because they keep getting in the way of what I'm trying to see. I remember that happening last time. I tell you what I might end up doing is making the writing a bit smaller again. However, we'll see how we go. All right, let's leave that as that then. So we have some food items in our garbage bag. And that seems to be appropriate. I don't know why I brought 7 ripped sheets with me. I mean, I think I got it from a jacket. I think I ripped up a jacket, so... Nothing in here. Nothing particularly useful. Now, I know we do have to be careful kind of walking around, that there can still be zombies in places. Okay, that's interesting. Goes through to that room. Nothing in here. Well, while we're here, let's have a drink. So yeah, we're going to need to build things, aren't we? We've got to prepare long term for things like, well, the water. So we've got some non-perishable foods here. When the water goes off, we need to have like rain catchers and things outside. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've never gotten to that stage of the game before, and I have rarely even watched people play it that long. Ice cream, is that a happiness thing? Is that a happiness? It is, it's a happiness thing. It should be. Ice cream is amazing, isn't it? Got some pop. Alright, so I'm feeling a little bit happier now that the food situation is kind of remedying itself. Also, I'm going to take that fork because I think that is a tool, potentially, that we can use. I mean, I've got canned spaghetti. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to unpack this, but it's telling me that I can unpack it. So I'm going to unpack. What just happened? Oh, does that just mean I put it in here? It does. I see. All right, that's not what I was hoping for. That is one... Oh, right, actually, sorry. I thought that was a fork he had in his hand. That's the big metal bar, isn't it? Now, I've just remembered, we need to wash everything because, well, the zombies can smell blood. They're attracted to the scent of blood, and I haven't been washing at all, have I? So that's silly, really. Anyway, it's kind of quiet right now, so I think we should take a moment to enjoy the peace, the serenity, the calm sanctuary of our own inner peace. Yeah, we haven't run into that many zombies, which is great, but again, it's going to increase daily. Now, we are apparently carrying a fairly heavy load. So what exactly do we do about that? I mean, I have lots of things that I probably don't need. Like 7 ripped sheets. Honestly, I can just drop them, can't I? I think that probably maybe didn't make too much difference. Why? Alright, I do need to still figure out a little bit about this inventory system because it doesn't work like it does in most games, does it? Also, I guess get rid of some of this stuff that we're just not really needing. Chances are, I'm sure, we will find more and more and more. So what do I have exactly? Can I put that in there? What do I have that's so heavy? Apparently that. Ah, I see. Alright, so because I've put... Oh, I don't know. Something to do with the jumper, the jacket that I was wearing. Yeah, I'm still not sure exactly how these inventory systems are supposed to work because we have loads of space there. So I don't know why we're so overburdened because we still have a lot of space. What if I drop the garbage bag and just use the backpack? Let's explore that potentiality. If I do this and this, transfer it all to the backpack. Does that make any difference? It does, apparently. So now I can drop the garbage bags in a second. Got to remember too to keep an eye on my character while we're doing this because, you know, he can get eaten, can't he, at any point? So the garbage bags surely don't weigh very much. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to unequip the garbage bags. How do I do that? And then they should go here and I can put them in my backpack. Alright, that makes a lot more sense. That seems to make a lot more sense. I guess we were over encumbered because we were carrying garbage bags, which is weird. But I mean, it also makes sense. Can I remove the glass here with my weapon? Hopefully not getting cut. Oh, we got a dirty bandage on again. I don't know if I do have that, don't I? I can right click this and replace bandage with adhesive bandage. And I think apparently I'm a little bit hot. So is that hand going to heal itself? I would imagine it will in time. An eraser. I saw it. I saw it. It was here somewhere. Gimme. DIY crafting for idiots. Now, can you read these? Don't you need to read these in order? I feel like you might need to read these in order. I mean, it's possible. I don't know. Maybe you don't need to read them in order. Maybe as in like volume 1, then 2, then 3. Or maybe each one just gives you different recipes. Which would also make sense. I often wonder how many of those little awkward burpy noises that you hear in the microphone that I don't ever go back and see again when I mean, I don't often look at the videos that I make, but I do wonder how many little throat whistles and squeaks and things you hear. Yes, I guess this is the sort of thing I would probably be thinking about, honestly, in the apocalypse. If I'm not under threat, you know, nobody's attacking me, shooting at me, trying to eat me. So I'm probably just walking around, looting the school, wandering, thinking about strange things that, you know, I guess you have all the time in the world to think about stuff, don't you? I will take a hand torch. I don't really know why. I don't know if it's ever going to get actually dark enough for me to need to use a torch, but I don't think I've ever really played a zombie type game where you saw a torch and didn't grab it. Because darkness, you know, darkness exists. And you have to do something about that, don't you? When darkness exists, you have to illuminate the path, the way. I mean, look, it's basically pitch black in this room and we can still see, I think, perfectly fine. All right, yeah, there really doesn't seem to be much in the school. However, I did have a thought that there must be... Oh, we're getting tired, are we? I mean, do we sleep in here? Can we sleep in here? I can sleep on a couch. I thought so. That's a modded thing. Brown sugar. Sorry, I thought I heard footsteps of some sort. I thought there must be some sort of cafeteria. It's a school after all, and if they're not feeding the children, that's illegal. So, you know, they have to be doing something, don't they, to feed the children. I think I've already been in here, haven't I? I did. I came in here once upon a time. All right. Well, we're going to keep looking around for the cafeteria because surely it is a school after all. Surely they're serving the children canned food. Make a fishing rod. I will immediately probably grab that one. Although, let's put it in our backpack. Along with... I read that one, didn't I? Yes, I can put that there then. So, it would be worth... Right, we've got skill books and we've got recipe books. So, it looks like the recipe books, it's worth... Oh, we can craft a bike. That's cool. The skill books, it's worth reading. The other way around. The recipe books, it's worth reading anyway. The skill books, though, you do it in order, don't you? That is a skill book. Zombie hit list. That's just literature, so that's just good for reading. Like for, you know, entertainment and boredom purposes. Still haven't yet figured out the best way to, like, navigate these menus. Maybe it is this way. We got skill books, more skill books. I will take... will I take metalworking? No, I'm not really going to worry about this right now because I know... Ooh, now this is good. We'll get brewing for dummies. We'll get lockpicking. Teaches lockpicking and create bobby pin. Teaches build medium basement. I will definitely take that as well. Alright, so I think I'm probably done for this room. But where on earth is the cafeteria? Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it does look like I'm lost. I'm not lost. I know exactly where I am. I'm somewhere where I don't know where I am. That's exactly where I am. There is no cafeteria in this whole building, apparently. They weren't feeding the children. That's naughty. This is outside, isn't it? Yeah, this was a non-food school. Oh, wait, never mind. I found it. Don't worry about it. So, we're going to end this episode with some mustard. No, we're not. We're going to end... No, we're not going to end it with a dead mouse either. We're going to end it, hopefully, by discovering a tin opener. A can opener. Which it doesn't look like there's... Okay, we've got some fresh, uncooked, frozen food, which we will take, because at some point we're going to have to head back to, you know, to our little base. Although it's not really a base. It's just a house that I woke up in. It doesn't look like we're going to find what I need here, does it? Really, really does not. Okay, I'm hearing noises. And we're tired. And I don't think we've really... Wait a second, we're actually not too far from home, are we? Okay, we're just down here. Let's... Oh, shit. Shit, I'm panicking. Alright, they're fine, they're fine. Let's get out of here. We're gonna go home. wonder if it's... So we're tired, but it's not actually night time. Okay, I was feeling like it was probably going to be getting close to night time because we were getting tired, but I guess you just get tired anyway, don't you? You do just get tired in life. Even I do sometimes. Just lay down, have a little nap. Hope the volume's loud enough. If it's not, forgive me for noticing right at the end of the episode. And I will try to rectify that. So, we have survived another episode. Ladies and gentlemen, please do consider checking down below. As I always like to remind you, there are loads and loads of links down there for your consideration. And yes, maybe you might like to watch something else interesting. All right, I suppose I should definitely put food items. Should I just put all food items? Yes, I think for now I'm going to put all food items inside the freezer except for frozen stuff, which would be that, and anything else with a little star next to it, I guess. Yep. Alright, so this can all not the oven. Can I drag it across here? Yeah, put it in the fridge. Yeah, so, again, if you're watching this video on the day that it comes out, please do consider checking back again tomorrow for another episode. Otherwise, if for any reason there is no episode tomorrow, you can check back again in a few days because, well, at the very least, we're going to play for the length of this character's life, and then maybe this will be like an ongoing series where we jump back into it at a later date and jump back into the same world. I am not ultra familiar with Project Zomboid, and so, I want to like play it on one world for a bit and really try to get familiar with learning the skills and the recipes and trying to survive and gearing up our character and things like that. So what I'm going to do right now is have a little bit of food, and I will have a banana because it's fresh, and it makes sense to eat the fresh food, doesn't it? However, the ice cream needs to go in the freezer. Let's not blaspheme, ladies and gentlemen. And then I will actually continue to kind of sort through some of the rest of this gear and get it a little bit organized in the hope that... Am I hearing a zombie? We're just using this as the general storage location for right now. I won't keep that eraser on me because, I can use it later. This empty pop can, I think it has no real use. The garbage bags we will leave there. The bandages we're keeping on us. Even these ones, I feel, because we do have an injured hand. And this item overrides Project Zomboid better flashlights. That's a mod thing. Interesting. Alright, that's good to know. I didn't really realise that. Let's get rid of the fork, the lighter, the torch. And yeah, I'm actually quite happy to just leave all of this stuff in here for now. We still have our main stuff. Alright, I did say I was going to do that off camera. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys. It's very dark. Ooh, that means this is actually something I kind of want to test. Because the zombies are supposed to be faster. And they are supposed to be a bit faster at the start of the night, a lot faster in the middle of the night, a bit faster, so they're one step down again at the end of the night, and then they go back to shambling in the morning. Something they were saying on the radio, something to do with the sunlight. The sunlight slows them down somehow. It's like they need... they need the kind of stillness of the air at nighttime and the coolness of the air at nighttime to function at their best. And so intense light sources and natural light sources do seem to have like a dampening effect on them. At least that was the early report coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to go to sleep. I'm very tired. I do hope you will join me. Where am I going to sleep? I'm going to sleep on the couch. No, we've got a bedroom, don't we? Yeah, let's sleep in here. I do hope you will join me and Mr. Leighton Lowell for another episode of Project Zomboid very soon. Let's just maybe hang out to make sure he wakes up safe and sound. Here he is, fine and dandy, a little bit thirsty. I do hope you will join me for that experience. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. See you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.